Good morning, grade 9 students. Welcome to today's class. Please turn up your books to page number 7 of your textbook, Beehives. Lesson 1, The Fun They Had. Okay, just a small recap. Yesterday, we have completed the first 4 chapters and I have given the title justification, introduction of the characters once again about Margie and Tommy. And then we entered into the 4 paragraphs and we have summarized. They got an old book and the book is with a yellow color, crinky and awful funny to read, and both of them have a small conversation. Where you find the book? In my house. And what about the book? It is about school. And Margie was a bit of anger, contemptuous, and asking that, school? What is there to write about school? I hate school, she conveyed. With that conversation, we can understand Margie always hated school, but she hated of the computer instructor giving all this, and the country instructor came there and giving all the progress. Okay, with dials and wires he'll be coming. This is the narration. Apart from this narration, we had a sentence. What is that? The sentence goes on like, and then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that it had when they read it the first time. So I have given a clarity of had usage. It's the auxiliary verb. Sometimes it also acts as a main verb. These are all points we have discussed yesterday. And now come to the 5th paragraph. The inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Margie's head. Oh, well done, my girl. That is called patting. Okay. He said to her mother, it's not the little girl's fault, Mrs. Jones. I think the geographic sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. Actually, the overall pattern of progress is quite satisfactory. And he patted Margie's head again. So what the inspector means, country inspector, what he has given the information to Mrs. Jones. Who is Mrs. Jones? Mother of Margie. What happened there, the conversation? I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Geared means adjusted to a particular standard or level. To the side of this lines only you have the meaning in your textbook, right? So the level is being increased, I think. So now what I have done is I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level. 10 years level student, I have cut down the time now and the level. Actually, the overall pattern, the overall performance, see in our progress card, we'll be having, what is that? PA1, PA2 and a combination of SCA1 and all. At last, if you can, overall participation, how you got and all. Summarizing. So here, overall pattern of our progress, how it is, it seems, it's quite satisfactory. And he patted her head again, means Margie's head again. Margie was disappointed. She is not in a position to take all these encomiums. Encomiums means praises given by the country inspector. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector has blanked out completely. So she was expecting, see if I can give one best example. In our school, 3rd period, teacher is not coming. Means just before the first break, they'll be coming to class. In the meanwhile, if it is 1 minute or 1.5 minutes late, oh, teacher came, or he or she was on leave. Okay, if they are leave, no need to submit the homework. These are all the anxieties in the class, right? In such a manner, because Margie is also similar to you, student. So Margie was disappointed and she had hoping something. What is that? The teacher should go away. Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely, it seems. She had said to Tommy, why would anyone write about school? Why they have to write school and all in the books, in the old books? Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes. Superior eyes in the sense, here, huh? What is that? What is the question? A foolish question asking. It resembles like that. Because it's not our kind of school, stupid. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. When they have it seems, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He added loftily. Loftily means in a superior way. Pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. How he pronounced the word here? Pronouncing the word carefully, centuries ago. Margie was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. She read the book over her shoulders for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. What she said, it seems? Anyway, they had a teacher. Sure, they had a teacher. But it wasn't a regular teacher, it was a man. Regular in the sense, normal of the usual kind. The meaning was given there. Man? How could a man be a teacher? They were totally surprising because their future 22nd century generation they are. Isn't it? Hundreds and hundreds of years ago. A man? How could a man be a teacher? Well, he just told the boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. A man isn't smart enough? Sure he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. He knows almost as much. I betcha. What's the word here? He knows almost as much. I betcha. Betcha in the sense informal way. Its meaning is also given. I bet you. In fast speech, I am sure. I am sure. What he was sure? That almost he knows very much. What very much? My father knows as much as my teacher. About the old teachers giving homeworks, boys and girls in the class, giving the homework, asking them questions, explanation. These all things comes under that category. Okay, students, are you following me? Hope you are following. And come to the next one. Margie wasn't prepared to dispute that. She said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. What she said, it seems, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. Tommy screamed with laughter. Tommy screamed with laughter, it seems. You don't know much, Margie. The teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids went there. How are you thinking? As 2157, as per the lesson, a robo will be there instructing, guiding and all. No. That's why you're saying I wouldn't want a strange man in my house. At that time, they had a teachers. They don't live with us. They had a special buildings and all the kids went there. So see, today you are going for tuitions like that. And all the kids learn the same thing? Sure, if they were the same age. Yeah, why not? 8th class, 9th class, 10th class, maybe whatever the sections, they all learn the same, na? Here also this is quite same. Sure, if they were the same age. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and a girl it teaches. And that each kid has to be taught differently. What she said, it seems? Margie, my mother is saying a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy. Teacher has to adjust it. 40 members in a class or 35 members in a class, each student will be having different mentality. So each mentality should be understood by a teacher. Why so? Teacher is the second parent of a student, of a child in school. Okay, that's why a divinity, a divine profession is teaching profession. Now come to the lesson. Next line, 8th paragraph, page number 8. 4th line. Just the same, they didn't do it that way. Then if you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. If you don't like it, don't read. What's there? I didn't say that I didn't like it, Margie said quickly. I didn't say that I didn't like it. She wanted to read about those funny schools. She wanted to read about that funny schools. She hated schools, but she wanted to know that curiosity. Who was more curious here? Tommy. Okay. Margie also is a bit curious, no doubt in it. I didn't say that I didn't like it, Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called, Margie, school! Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. No, said Mrs. Jones. And it's probably time for Tommy too. Margie said to Tommy, can I read the books some more with you after school? Maybe, he said nonchalantly. He walked. What is the meaning of nonchalantly? Not showing much interest or enthusiasm, carelessly. Some boys will be there, some students will be there in the class, boys or girls, it doesn't matter, while gaining knowledge. Okay, so some students will be attentive, some students they may not in the class. Not only in the class, now homeschooling classes also, this video, some of them will be listening eagerly, some of them casually, we can go. So said, no, 24 hours time, anytime we can. Or else we can accumulate today's tomorrow, tomorrow's day after tomorrow, what not. So that category, right? Maybe, he said nonchalantly. He walked away whistling. The dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Margie went into the schoolroom. It was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. See how funny it is to read the lines even. Margie went to the schoolroom. Where it is, it seems? 1 kilometer distance, half a kilometer distance, 5 kilometers distance. These words we are habituated to listen. But here, in this particular lesson of page number 8, 9th paragraph, almost all going to the 5th line, or is that? Or 4th line. It was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her, it seems. It was always on at the same time every day except Saturdays and Sunday. Means both or weekend, like software professionals, they have the weekends. Not only that, but some schools also, 5-day working schools will be there. So except Saturdays and Sunday, busy. Maybe when this homeschooling starts, you're also busy. Sunday, because her mother said little girls learn better if they learned at regular hours. Little girls learn better if they learn at regular hours, it seems. The screen was lit up and it said, today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. This is a command. What was the command given there? Today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. That was the command. Margie did so with a sigh. Followed with a sigh, it seems. What's the meaning of sigh? I have to do now. Instruction came. I have to follow. This is called sigh. She was thinking about the old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. When it happened? When her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. At that time, centuries and centuries ago, means this. All the kids from the whole neighborhood came, laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolroom, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same things, so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. What they used to do? So, write present what you're doing or what you have done last year, till last year. Going to school, gathering the friends, laughing, shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together, taking instructions, taking punishments, taking warnings, or being very close to the teacher, being best association with the teachers, best disciples to the teachers, what not, all this mix up. Sharing the food in the lunchtime, what not, all these things. So they could help one another. They could help one another in the sense, not in the exams, right? With the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people. Who are the teachers? Not mechanical robots or mechanical instructors and all. What they are? People. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen. The mechanical teacher, the robot, was flashing on the screen, it seems. What? When we add fractions 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. That was the instruction giving there. When we add fractions 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. When this instruction is going on, Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had. See, now the title came. What is the title? The fun they had. This is the lesson written by Isaac Asimov. Okay, hope you understood the lesson. Okay, now basing on this, I'll be giving you a homework. Attach it to a PDF file like this. After this recording is completed, this video is completed, I'll be giving, attach it to it separately. Then you have to do this. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you and good day. Bye.